a fun guest, Mark Silverman. Mark is an author of the book Tens 2.0, an upcoming book, The Rising Leader. He has a Rising Leader podcast. One piece of our conversation, we start talking about connection. And I asked Mark is a coach. He speaks a lot. He works with a lot of different executives. And I asked him to compare and contrast those that he coaches, which are mostly much what I would say my audience, the 40, 45 and younger, with his contemporaries. Mark's in his 60s. And he said this one thing. He said, we talked a little bit about being in an office space. And we discussed connection, the importance of connection. And as he was sharing, as he discussed with me, he said, one of the great differences that we have in our world today is how connection happens. For maybe you and me, connection happened earlier in life because we would go to a friend's house. We'd spend time with them. My kids, much of their connection comes through form. My sons play video games with their cousins. That's how they build a connection. They text, they FaceTime. It's proximity, but it's different. I think that's the great challenge we're in today as leaders try to navigate. How can you connect? Connecting is imperative in leadership. My thought of the day today is this, that really it's impossible to lead without connection. I understand that's a hyperbole. I understand that is maybe far reaching, but I think it's true. I don't think you can possibly lead without connection. Really understanding who you're leading, where you're leading to, how you're leading, and same for them. And see, what allows for connection is proximity. And that gets back to this piece that Mark and I were discussing. I learned about the law of proximity from John Maxwell, and I saw it play out in our network marketing business so dramatically. I saw it play out in our gym business. I saw it play out in other businesses. Without directed action towards being connected in that proximity, connection just doesn't happen. But this is what I want to caution leaders. We may get lazy because proximity allows for natural connection, easy connection. I pass by someone, I know what they're doing. I have to work hard if they're not crossing by me or working in the office beside me to build a connection. It takes intentional effort. And I think that's really the crux of what Mark and I discussed, is it takes effort to connect, but you can't lead without connection. And as time goes by, I believe as leaders, the more that we aim to connect, the more that we go to that extent to build a connection and establish a connection and put it on us, not the other person, builds trust. And that leads to every level of accomplishment, achievement, and getting toward our ultimate goal, mission, accomplishing that vision. But it takes connection. It starts with the leader. Hope you got value from today. Can't wait to finish up tomorrow. See you then.